How is Buddhism related to borderline personality disorder? I had no idea before I started practicing. It's only been several weeks, maybe not even a month. There's so much for me to learn with chanting and actually believing what the Buddhism concept is about. And the only reason I went into it was reinforced by other people and other things that I would consume as content. Richard Brannon was talking about it. I didn't go into it deeply, but he mentioned it several times. My psychologist mentioned it. Well, practicing mindfulness. Kind of in the same realm. And the actual concept of DBT and mindfulness working together to help people with borderline personality disorder. It was Marsha, the woman who created it. So those are three things that kind of made me think, okay, maybe I should look into this. Other recovery courses that I've taken, or recovery groups to deal with my issues, have mentioned that, people who have faith tend to do well or better. But I didn't know where I fit in. I was born Jewish and brought up Jewish, but non-practicing, and didn't really relate. Although I wanted to. I was pretty much ostracized, I guess, because I don't really look Jewish, right? So I didn't know where to go. I would see in the metros there'd be the Mormons, the Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, always trying to give pamphlets and talk to people. I didn't feel it. What got me into the borderline, what got me into the Buddhism, I'm not even in it a lot. I'm only starting to get into it, and it's still difficult for me to incorporate chanting twice a day to kind of get your own Buddha illuminating, so that you have your energy for the day. It's like starting your car battery. But what got me into it was a guy I went on a date with, and I noticed that that's what he was into. And I'm like, okay, I'm not really attracted to him, as the chemistry wasn't there, but maybe you can help me, show me a little bit about Buddhism. And he was all game for that, so that was great. So that's pretty much where I'm at with that. I still hold on to the fact that the first day I did the chanting in the Buddhist center, I was in this trance, and the effects lasted several hours later. It's more difficult to recreate them on my own, and I've had several little group meetings since. It just takes time. The way I learn things is that you get the thing that's the aha moment, and then after that it kind of wanes and it goes up and down. So it does take some time before things will be good. So it's just a question of discipline, which is one of the mainstays of Buddhism, that you have to have your own discipline you have to build it, And that's the same thing that happened with me with weight training. It took me a year before I got hooked on it. So, and discipline with making YouTube videos, and it's all the same thing. It kind of wanes for me, and then sometimes I have these these strong moments, and then others I just completely abandon it. So that's what happened with the chanting on Sunday and Monday, or was it Monday and Tuesday? I know it was Monday because I did nothing. I barely did Instagram. I didn't go to the gym. I woke up at like 10 o'clock because I didn't set the alarm. And I'm like, no, this was Saturday. This was Saturday. Same thing. I woke up around 10 o'clock because I needed to sleep, and I'm like, forget it, I'm not going anywhere. So, didn't even chant, didn't even want to. It's like, you know, sometimes it's like this, I don't feel like doing it type thing, you know? So, what concerns me also is that if I'm only working on the chanting, there's a prayer book. I haven't gone into that. I'm doing the chanting now just to kind of get myself into the space. I do it either in the shower or while I'm grooming myself. I'm not actually sitting down and facing the scripture, the Gonhozon, I think is what you call it. And I'm not there yet. Too much. So it's, for me right now, it's a technique, it's a tool. That's where I'm at right now. Maybe I should have other tools to help me on the days that I don't want to do that. I think I need an arsenal. I didn't go to, for those of you who've seen the other videos, I attempted Overeaters Anonymous to try to meet people and have some connection, and I'm not going. Forget it, you know. So maybe some other meditation, maybe some yoga, I don't know. Yoga is, I don't know. I think the way Buddhism came to me was through meeting someone. Sometimes I think that opportunity needs to be presented to me before I open my eyes to something. Because I could easily go to yoga studios, meditation studio, retreats, and then stop after that, just like I did with Overeaters Anonymous. There needs to be a bigger support that makes me continue. Well, I have to see, you know, the light at the end of the tunnel. But I do know that there's either an arsenal of different techniques I need to keep myself centered and happy and not being in my head, you know, especially people with borderline tendencies. That tends to happen, getting into their emotions a lot. And yeah, that's all I had to say. It was a little difficult getting it out, but I thought I would get it out. So